All right, next up, we all love Mason Graham. I think Mike's right. We talked about the wide receiver class being meh-ish compared to recent years. This defensive line class feels really good. Deone Walker. Oh, these comps are. Oh, I think Mike and I are on the same page with these comps. Yours is there too, Rick. All right, yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it. I'll come to you first, Rick. I thought that Deone played with some of the strongest hands I had seen in quite some time. I love his body type because it's a little different, but he was a huge problem for anyone that happened to be in his way. And they lined him up all over the place too.
Yeah. I really like this kid. I think he has a lot of upside to him. For as big as he is, he really has, it looked like really thin pins or lower body, thin on tape. I can't wait to see this guy in person. But I think his pad level gets high. He's just so physically dominant versus single blocks. Double teams are where, because his pad level high, he'll get mauled at times in there. I think he shows flashes as a pass rusher. Sometimes I think in games he got winded at times, and I understand these guys play a lot, but this guy can rush the passer inside. He has to get his pad level lower in both areas, and a little raw with his technique. But I think defensive line coaches are going to love this kid and develop him as a pass rusher because he doesn't have a plan right now. He's just physically out there, just better than everybody physically.
Yeah.
He just needs to figure out he's not going to be able to do that at the NFL level. So there's a lot of raw tools to work with here.
Are you less concerned than you were even when we started doing this podcast about wearing down at the end of the games? Because you told the story about who was Jalen Carter?
Mozzie Smith.
Oh, Mozzie Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, that person, one person I talked to says that you got to remember that these guys are playing 60, 70, 80 snaps. They don't get rotated in. These big guys get tired where they're not going to play that many snaps in an NFL game. So you can see these guys wear down because of the amount of reps that they're getting in the games.
So, Mike, like me and Rick, you had him number 2, so clearly you like Deone too.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a mammoth, and his upper body strength is prodigious for a man that size. I mean, just he one-on-one controlling blocks is so easy for him. And I thought he had great body control for a guy that, like, he can actually move side to side. Whereas, Jordan Davis coming out of Georgia was kind of similarly built, but just did not have the kind of body control that Walker has. Like, he throws in spin moves. He throws in shuffles, shimmies. Like, you never saw that. You rarely see that from big guys' tape. So that's nice to see. And yeah, the pad level is not good. He is 6'6", though. It's never going to be good. He has to play a different game, and he can be targeted with double teams. But single block is just, I don't see a lot of guys, if he really reaches his full potential, that are going to be able to hang with him in the run game one-on-one.
Yeah, and I think we're all on the same page with Walker. Rick, comp, draft range.
Christian Barmore. I think this guy's a first-round talent, but Christian was built similar to this guy. He was a little bit lower, or a little bit thin through his lower, and then he didn't play. I didn't like Christian in the beginning, but then the way he played the second half of that year and in that bowl game for Alabama, then all of a sudden this dude has a chance to be pretty good, and Barmore's a pretty good player now for New England.
Yeah, Deone's a third-year junior. I have him unofficially at 6'6", 348. We'll find out. Rick talked about his lower half. We'll see what that looks like as well. But if those are the numbers, again, the athleticism is what catches your attention, and the power as well. All right, Rick, here we go. You're 1 and 2 as we sit here in the comp game. Match the comp with the person.
You got to do a better job if you're killing my percentage on your comp.
A good musician never blames his instrument, Rick. Here we go. Albert Hainsworth, Dexter Lawrence.
Ooh, 2 pretty good comps.
What?
I'm going to go with Mike and Albert Hainsworth.
Oh, you got that one right. You're 2 and 2.
There we go.
Now you were focused on that one.
That one I felt better about. All
right, we're doing Rick's job for him, Mike. So we're doing the right thing. They made it easier for him.